Hi there, and welcome back to the Game Foundation and the little town of Emerald Pointe. I'm going to go ahead and start time and let the villagers start moving around. Let's see, what do I want to do today? There's a few things I need to do. I want to upgrade my church, because right now my church can only service 78 people. Our town has a population of 92, so our church has fallen a little bit behind. I cleared out some of these trees. Let's see, do I still have that mark? Nope. So I cleared out some of these trees so that I could build, rather than just kind of making this church, whoa, sorry about that. Rather than just making this church taller and taller, I'm going to start building like a little second part of it over here. Another thing I want to do is this, this is getting too full and I don't have any space here to expand this warehouse. So I'm thinking what I might do is just have maybe one wool and let it stock more cloth, and then maybe put a warehouse for the wool down here by the farm. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started on that. I know I'm going to need at least one person to work this warehouse, so let's welcome one new person into our town. Alright, let's get started. Let's go ahead and build this first warehouse. Let's see, we're going to build here, and there's warehouse. I'm just going to put it right here. And there was a way, there we go. There's the turning thing. So I'm going to put it facing this way, right here next to this. Is that the forester, I believe? There we go. We'll place it right there. I think that looks fantastic. Let me just scooch it a little bit closer to the road. And I think that looks perfect right there. Let's go ahead and build that. Now this one, I'm gonna say stop accepting wool. So this says empty stock and refuse. We'll just say refuse. Well, we'll say empty stock. I wonder if they'll put these 20 over here. We'll see what that one does. Okay. And let's see. Once this one builds up, then we're gonna make this one store a ton of wool. And this one will only, and then this one over here will just store one wool, one stack of wool for the, to help out, you know, because this is where the wool is being used up here. But then the extra cloth that it's making can be stored here. Okay. I think everyone understands what that's doing. I believe I'm over-explaining it now. Alright, so let's go ahead and look at expanding this church. Now, so far it seems like this one priest, who's not even a commoner, seems to be able to service everybody. Nobody is missing... Oh, what is this? Oh, that's our new person. That's our unemployed person. Nobody is unhappy, so everybody is obviously getting enough service. So I'm curious where the threshold is. Like, what's our villager count going to be where this one guy is just can't handle it anymore? Okay, so let's go ahead and add on to this church. Now, I think the way it works here, I could like start adding in like a wing, and I could start having it branch over. That might actually be kind of cool. Gosh, where's bring that up? Okay, here we go. Or I could actually make a whole freestanding building. So I think even if I make a no freestanding building, people will probably still come in to this one building to worship. I don't think they're actually going to go to both buildings. At least that's not what happened on the last world that I played. So I'm almost wondering if I should kind of just expand this building. So what are our options here? We've got kind of this this wide building part. I'm just going to just stick them down. This wide one, this kind of thinner one here, and then this one. This is even smaller. And what is this? Oh, that's a really little thing, isn't it? Rustic thatched chapel windowed. Okay, so I think what I want to do is maybe... I think I'm going to connect them, right? Like, I think... Trying to decide here. Do I want to just keep it as one building that is just growing in size? Like, as in now it's growing sideways where it kind of looks like two adjoining buildings? I think that might be kind of cool. So already this piece we just added will add 12. So that'll already take us to 90. But let's go ahead and we'll raise it up just one more. Well, we'll keep it down low where it was. And then on this side, let's go ahead and put one of these over here. Can we turn you this way and attach you like this? How's that look? I think that needs to be a little bit taller. Okay, here we go. Very nice. I like this. Now, technically, there's still just this one entrance, which is fine. However, we could put another steeple on this one. Well, we really only need one steeple and one bell, right? Oh, you know what I was going to do? I was going to fix this. This cross is turned crooked. There we go. Let me fix that. Okay, there we go. Now, maybe on the top of this one, I can put like a big... Oh, is that... Oh, that goes on the ground. That's... Oh, no, that can go up here. I can put kind of a big, nice one on that. Ooh, a statue. Oh, yeah. How's that? Yeah, we could put a... We could put a statue here. Right there. And then maybe we have, like, some gravestones. Just, you know, maybe there was, you know, someone important in our town that passed away. Two important people in our town. And this, this statue is looking over those people. Yeah, I think that's pretty nice. And along with that, we're going to have to say we're going to put a... Oh my gosh, that's huge. Not that. How about we'll just put some of these kind of back here around it. So now this raises our church by 36. And now this gives us a whole new building we can kind of add on to and start making look real fancy. I kind of like that. I really like that for now. This is really nice. And I think I want to put like maybe a nice elegant bench. Not on the graves, but like observing the graves. All right, so someone can come up here. Well, now they're going to make footpaths down here then if I do all that. How do we, let's see. I'm trying to get some view in here. Here we go. I'll tell you what, let's, can I move? I can't move those barrels, can I? Oh, those barrels aren't attached to this building. I'll tell you what, how about I'll put this bench here, and then people can come and pay their respects. There we go. Yeah, that's nice. And then they kind of have the barrels behind the bench to give them just a teeny bit more privacy. How's that? Look, they already want to use the bench, even though it's not even been placed yet. All right, this is going to cost us how much? Not much. We got all those resources. Very cool. All right. See, look, they've already made a path to the bench, and someone's already sitting on it. Very nice. All right, cool. I like that. I like that. Let's see. Our warehouse should hopefully be built by now. Yeah. Let's go ahead and get our one unemployed person. And this is... Oh, hold on. Let me... Oh, those charcoal burners are so loud. I'm going to make all of this wool. So that all of the wool that these guys are producing can be stored here. Now, part of me wonders now if I should take these tools and maybe store them up here as well, so they're a little bit closer to where the builders will be coming from. What's going on over here? So again, we're slam full of coal. Our iron goes into these ingots, goes into these tools. Yeah, so they're still kind of slow at producing the iron. Okay, so what's going on? Oh, hey, look, look, look. Our bailiff discovered, rock candy? Strawberry rock candy. I like it. No, what is that? Is that quartz? Quartz. What can we use quartz for? What can we use quartz for? Can we use it for anything? Let's see. We can't use it to make beer or common wares or luxury market. Okay, can we use it to make jewelry? Produces 1 gold, produces 1 ring. No. Can we use it to make barrels? Nope. Dairy. Candle. No, no, no. Oh, it makes glass. Glass smelter produces 1 glass in exchange for quartz, coal, and tools. Glass. Okay, now let's see if anybody here will purchase. Oh, wrong button. Let's see. Let's see if any of our neighbors will purchase quartz or glass. So sell them. I don't see quartz or glass. I do see glass here. 3 coins per glass. That sounds really, for the resources it takes to make glass, that seems really cheap. They'll buy the straight up quartz. Oh, no, that's buy from them, not sell to them. Oh, man. Okay, so maybe that quartz ain't such a big deal. It doesn't look like we'll be able to immediately profit off of it, so I say we just leave it for now. But we can send our, the bailiff out to look at the next deposit, which my guess will be this one right here. Where are you, bailiff? Is that you coming out of your little Smurf house? Nope, that wasn't you. That was the market tender. All right, well, that bailiff, I'm sure we'll get on that any moment now and see what's here. Okay. Well, that's it. That's all I had planned for today. Thanks for coming. Oh my, okay, so yeah. Now how's it going with the church? So I'm not. Okay, so the capacity is already raised because of that little bit there. So nice, since we're not actually modifying the pieces here, we didn't like lose capacity while this part's being built. Oh, look, the statue's already up. Let me get in here and zoom in. Oh, look at them all. There's a whole lot of people wanting to use this bench. I wonder. Okay, last time I ran into this, it was over here by the church, and I felt like it might have been people going to service. So what are these people doing? Attending service. No. Oh, that guy's bringing. Okay, what are these people doing? Attending service. See, this is where they're going to attend service. I don't like that. They're not going inside the building anymore. They're sitting on this single bench. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. It looks goofy. So we're gonna destroy the bench. And they need to be going inside the church. I wonder why that is. I wonder if that's a glitch with these things, because it did that in my other game too, where oh, look, the cross is under construction. It's only like a peg right now. Yeah, in my other game, whenever I put the bench between the church buildings, all the people were piling onto it like that, and it did say that attending services. See, now they're actually going in the church. Alright, I found a bug. Let me, I don't know how to report it. Oh yeah, there she is. Here's the bailiff. Checking out, chipping away at that little stone. Checking it out. Tick, tick, tick. I love that animation. That's so cool. I wonder what she'll find there. You know, it'd be cool. I think some people, like, they'll buy gold. They'll buy gold. Gold is like 7 per bar. I wonder if that does become gold. How could we make the gold? How do we make gold? Produces 1 gold bar. It'd be the gold smelter. There we go. So we unlock jewelry and make a gold smelter. And they're going to use coal and gold ore. So if this is gold, we can start setting up a gold production. And we can maybe even start expanding our town out this way with like coal production and gold production. And then maybe even put like a little satellite house or two out here. We'll see. We'll see what that is. We'll see what that is. How's all of our resources doing? Our meat still looks okay. It doesn't seem like it's ever going to look great because I think we are still selling some of that. Our planks are starting to build up from last episode. Okay. All right. Our bread is still, we're not at 0, which means we're producing enough bread for people to buy from us and not run out. So I think that's a good sign. Okay, this wool is at 0, so now this wool, I believe, will... do we want this to be cloth or clothing? Let's change this one to cloth. I think that one was the one that was getting faster. So we'll see. We'll see if our cloth tops out or our clothing tops out. Our clothing is what we're selling. Right, so... we have... these people are buying clothing. And these people are buying clothing. You know what we need to do? We need to level up. Oh! We need to try to level up the people who are buying our clothing so they'll maybe buy more in one trip. You know, that might be why because these people are buying our meat. Yeah, okay, so what does it take to upgrade Middle and Trotbury? Okay, so Middle and Trotbury. Improve Middle by sending them a ton of polished stone. Improve Trotbury by sending them 25 tools. Davenport wants planks. Well, I'll tell you what. Once our bailiff determines what's over here, we'll maybe send her out to start improving those trade routes. Because then what will happen is they'll trade more, right? So when you're at level 2, they'll trade 50 of any one item. They'll buy or sell up to 50 of any one item, whereas at level 1 it's 25. So we'll look at that. We'll look at doing that this episode once she's done finding out what's over there. Alright, now as far as resources, I don't feel like there's anything that's hurting. Everything we have seems to be doing well. So I don't know that we need to upgrade anything. Then what are we going to do for the rest of this episode? Let's see. Yeah, we're going to wait and see who's over there. So this guy... these guys just have way too many boars in stock. Okay, so they're catching boars faster than the butchers can keep up with. Do we add another butcher? Let's see. We have 283 boars, 142. Is anyone buying boars? Some people will buy boars, right? These guys are buying meat at 3 each. These guys will buy boars at 2. The meat gets us a better price. But as far as money, we're almost at our max anyway. We really are. Like, our can I click on that and see like a bigger number? No. Our max is 1040. We have over 1,000 already, so I don't know if we need extra money from those boars right now. I think we just let it go. Let it be. These guys are producing way more polished stone since we added all these folks here, which is pretty cool. I love it. How's our wood production going? They really do seem like they're not... yeah, they're definitely not stripping this bare. So, like, maybe could we add some more lumberers over here? We have 5 lumberers there. Lumberers. Woodcutters. I'll tell you what, let's go ahead and add another 1 or 2. So we'll go ahead and add... We'll start with one. We'll add this napping post here. It's literally napping. Like, I thought maybe napping was a woodworking term. It's a hammock. Which is pretty awesome. There's no in or out on that one, so I'll just stick the hammock like right there. So where are the arrows on this thing? Let me look up above it. Okay, as long as it's not blocking an arrow, because this hammock doesn't have a way in or out, so we just we'll just stick it here behind this wood pile. Oh my gosh, that tree grew right in the middle of our thing. Right when I clicked that, this tree grew. Oh my gosh. Okay, so that'll get us one more woodcutter. So we'll have to hire somebody. We'll welcome somebody in when they come by, the next batch. Who's this? Oh, he's buying bread. And how much bread do we have at the moment? 30, and he'll buy 25. Perfect. This is great. And our treasury is full. Oh my gosh. So one thing I don't know is like how much money do I need? I feel like I'm spending less money than I thought I would, and that I keep just having to make my treasury larger to hold my, like, mountain of coins. So I don't know if, like... I mean, surely at some point something's going to start costing me a lot of money. Well, maybe we could use it to unlock some things. We already have unlocked all of these. We can't unlock this yet. No, we haven't unlocked these. We have or haven't? Pay to unlock. I guess that's where some of the money goes, is to unlock these things. We could start looking at building a tavern with an inn. But again, that's just gonna... The inn, I think, just makes us more money. And then the tavern is going to be... That's going to be a whole production where we're going to have to start brewing and everything. And that's really just if we want to upgrade our people. Right? So our people are serfs... And they're fine with this, but once we make them commoners, they're going to need 2 refined foods, and they're going to start needing entertainment. So the tavern would really just be to prepare for that eventuality. I feel like our tool production could be going faster. Well, the iron, you see the iron... Okay, so I had that question. I should have looked that up. I was wondering if you could have, like, multiple... Hold on, it's really loud if I zoom that far in. So we have, like, this one iron mining camp with 2 people mining this one rock. If I were to put another iron mining camp here, would they mine from this same rock? I don't know what the answer is to that. I could try it, and then if they don't, I could remove it. You know what? Let's do that. Why not? We're going to experiment. Let's experiment. So let's make an iron mining camp. And we're going to put it right here behind this one. We're going to make sure they can get into it this way. Gonna build that there. And then we're going to put, well, let's see. Here's a woodcutter and an iron miner. There you go. So, let's see. We haven't finished building that yet. Okay. So, we'll see. We'll see if both of these... See, because even with this one, right? Like, one of them is actually working, and the other one is, you know, fetching fish, right? So, we really only have one person working this thing. So if we had a second one here, if they were to work the same pile, it might allow multiple people to work that pile. And then we have a better chance of, like, one person from each not being on break. Yeah, in my mind, this should be a good thing. We'll see if it works that way. Alright, so how are we doing over here? See, now our clothing is capped out at 100. Ugh. And our cloth isn't. So how is it that we had too many cloth earlier? And these guys, at least... Okay, they can still store quite a bit of the clothing. Okay. Oh, gosh. Sorry about the camera. Hit the wrong keys. I just saw. This looks like iron. Oh, wow. Okay. Now that brings up an interesting question. Do we start an iron mining operation out here and just get tons and tons of iron, but on this side of town, to where it's going to have to be hauled over here? Oh my gosh, that's a good question. Oh man. And this is a weird way you build this. You select the rock and then you edit it, and you can add these quarries, okay? And you can put 2 of them. They produce iron ore. And then you have like these cranes that can store it. The cart, which can store even more, and a crane, which is a decoration. Storing mineral, ores, and gems. So I could put an iron quarry over here. Oh boy, it's on the total opposite end of town. Interesting. Okay, let's look at our... We were going to improve one of our things. So let's send some tools to Trotbury. All right, we're going to invest in improving our trade route with Trotbury. So once we get Trotbury, they will then be able to buy up to 50 bread per visit and up to 50 clothing per visit. Nice. Alright, and they also buy polished stone, although we're not selling as much polished stone as we were before. We have 63 polished stone. We're selling down to 25. You know what? Let's boost that number up a bit. Let's keep like 50. Yeah, we'll keep 50. Planks we're selling down to 100. Let's up that to 150. Okay, I could just type that instead of clicking that button 50 times. There we go. The tools, we're selling them down to 80. We're selling tools, huh? Let's boost that up to 100. Well, no, let's keep it at 80. It was fine. It was fine. I don't think we were running out of tools at any point in time. And let's see. The fish, we're selling them down to 300. The meat, we're selling the meat down to 150. Maybe that's why our meat is staying kind of low. Let's just... Well... We can't even get it to 150. So no one's really buying our meat because we can't get it high enough. But that's fine. If our people are eating it, that's good. And I believe... then... Where's... Bread, we're selling everything. Clothing, we're selling everything. Okay. Alright. Yeah, bread and clothing are just straight up for sale, but the other stuff that we're selling is also a resource that we need. Okay, now this person... Now this needs a miner. Okay. What's full? Yeah, our coal is full. I get it. The coal is full. We understand that. I'm really wondering about this. So if we were to do this, we could probably repurpose all of these iron miners here. We got 2, the one we just added, and plus probably 2 over here. The only thing is that now the iron ore is going to have to be transported all the way across town, and we're going to need to have a house over here or 2 to fit the people working this mine. And then their houses would not be near the market. So now this is where the logistics start coming into play, right? So we're looking at building like another neighborhood, right? So far in this game, all of my residential has been here in one spot. And it has served me pretty well. But now we're starting to possibly expand out into these areas. If we do that and start up this operation, we could also start mining this quartz and set up a glass operation here. And maybe start selling that as well. But again, I think that glass is just going to be a really expensive resource to make. Let's see. The glass was 1 glass for 6 quartz, 3 coal, and 1 tool. And they were only buying glass for like 3 coins or something crazy. Right, yeah, that's way too expensive to make glass to sell. Okay, we're not going to worry about the glass. Alright, did we get a woodwork? Oh, here we go, woodcutter. There we go. Okay. I'm not sure how I want to proceed with this. I really feel like this is the smart play. But again, that's moving all that production over here. And I know that like these workplaces were really stretching it for these houses. I know that if we put people to work here, we're going to have to build new houses over here. Which means patrollers over here. Oh my. And a watchtower. And people to man them that all live over here as well. And then eventually a whole nother market over here. And then people to run those. Like this would be like an entirely like second neighborhood. Like this could be huge. All for what? Iron mining. See, these are producing resources. I'm curious where he is. Where is he? He is okay, great. They are. See, so this guy is mining from there, and this guy is also mining from there. Excellent. Okay, so you can have 2 camps mining one thing. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna bring in another iron miner. And I'm not gonna worry about this thing over here for now. Alright, excellent. Very good. That decision has been made. So now now of course that raises the question, which is where do I want to move? How do I want to move forward with this? I feel like the basics are done. Everything it's doing its thing. Everyone is happy. Everyone is being fed. Everyone is being serviced with the church. We're producing plenty of resources. We're making so much money that my treasury keeps getting too full. Speaking of which, maybe I should do a little upgrade so I don't just keep throwing money away. Oh my gosh. Let's let's see. Oh, okay, there's the rest of the buildings. I was like, where are the buildings? Let's see. What? Build a gatehouse, but then where does that gatehouse go to? That looks silly. That's a pretty cool looking building right there. Be the most impressive thing in our town. Will that gain us? That'll gain us. We can hold 330 more gold. Why not? Why not? Okay. So, like I was saying, we pretty much have the town is running smooth. I think we've got everything we need. So then, what do we do next? The only thing we could really consider next is start expanding into things that we know that we will need later, right? So, if we decide to go with the tavern, we're going to, let's see, if we see the tavern, I'm sorry, tavern produces berry brew. And that means we're going to have to do berry. Finally going to have to do berry foraging. But instead of selling them in the market, we're going to just use it for the brewery. I don't know if people will start consuming it if they're just serfs. I'm assuming they will. The other thing we can do here is with an inn. Again, that just makes money. This produces more wares that we don't really need yet. I'm sorry, this is feeling like a very not exciting episode, but I'm honestly not sure how I need to continue with this. Obviously, it's going to have to be like, let's continue, like... Again, all the basics are done. The staples are done. The town is running smooth. So now everything would just be, if I want to start kind of being more frivolous, building things that we don't necessarily need, but that might be cool to build. Like the tavern. I think that's what we're going to have to do now, is to start building a tavern. So now, where would the tavern be? Would it be here, near the town center? Like, over here in this space? Would it be over here? Kind of by the... Well, I would say river. By the lake? Kind of over in this area? Is this where the tavern would be? Huh. Okay, let's look at building monuments. The other thing is starting down the castle and the monastery track, but like I feel like I just want to concentrate on one thing. Like I don't want to go down those paths yet. Let's see, public lounge. Okay, so your tavern would need a public lounge, it would need a service count. So the public lounge is where people come into the tavern. The service counter is where your villagers can go get their service, right? So they enter it through here, they buy through there, and then the brewery is what produces the brew. So you need 3 pieces of your tavern. Huh. Okay, so if we were to set up the tavern down here, where are we going to get our berries from? Can I click on a berry bush anywhere? No. What if I try to build a berry thing? Okay. Our berries are all around the edges of the forest. So we could probably do, like, berry gathering up here. Well, we can maybe put berry gathering over here with, like, a storage with a granary over there next to it. And then someone would just have to transport it over here to the tavern. Because, yeah, either that or we put berry gathering over here with a granary. They're still going to have to walk about the same distance. It's funny when I get in this mode, some of these turn gray. I don't understand that. That's weird. So I could do like 1 or 2 berry gathering huts here with a granary. Oh, hey! Hey, Trotberry just got improved. Okay. So now, let's see. We can't go to middle, right, because we need 50 polished stone. What's Davenport? What's Davenport buying from us? We could send planks over to Davenport. They're buying bread. They're only buying bread. These guys are buying bread and clothing and fish. These guys are buying clothing and fish and tools. Let's see. Do we want to send... Yeah, let's send 75 planks over to Davenport. And go ahead and improve them. A merchant is approaching. Villager path blocked. Who? Carving table, tooling table. People are having trouble getting to these little stations here, but I'm assuming they like kind of get over it eventually. Yeah, they're doing just fine over there. All right, where's the merchant coming from? Way over there. Okay. All right, I say we start building a tavern. Why not? We got tons of money. We got tons of resources. Let's just start building a tavern. Okay. All right. And now let's see. Let's see. Public lounge, service counter. Okay, we'll start with a public lounge. Okay. So we just have these basic buildings. We don't have anything like any fancy buildings yet. Okay. Okay. That's all. So that's this one, and then that's this one, and then these are like add-ons. So this one's definitely the biggest part of it. So the public lounge. Oh, the lounge is the capacity. How many people can come into your establishment? I wonder how many people would have to. So this is a question, right? So I know that once they become commoners, they will want the entertainment that this tavern will provide. Will the serfs actually use it as well? If so, then they're all going to want it, which means I have to have a capacity to serve 96 people if the serfs are going to use it. Because if the serfs have access to it and can't use it, they'll probably be unhappy about it. But they don't have it listed on their thing here, so I'm thinking it wouldn't even be on the radar for serfs. Well, we build it and we find out. That's how we do it. We build it and then we find out. So... let's see. How do we want to build this tavern? We'll kind of put this main building here. And that will be... Okay, that's public lounge. So now if we added a sub-building of service counter and say this says taverner capacity and storage capacity. Okay, and then if we said add a berry brewery and it was just like another building, that is brewer capacity +1, storage capacity +20. Taverner capacity, okay. Public lounge capacity +10. Taverner, that's probably the person running the service counter. And then the storage capacity, that's probably how much berry brew they could store. And this could probably store 20 berry brew as well and have a 1 brewer. I'm making a lot of assumptions on how this thing works. So let's move it a little bit more down this way. Does that look kind of weird? I mean, a little bit. We can raise this up, make it look a little bit less weird. So now that would be like public lounge capacity 15 people could be in here. We could have the service counter over here, so we would have to put a door on this. Okay, there's the door. That all of our little... Okay, this side would need a chimney. So we would put... how is this lining up down here? We would put a chimney there. So that would have a chimney. And then we would say we could put like some of these things. Nope. I'd have to be on this one. Put like a couple of these up here. Put like one here. One here. One here and one here. Okay. So if we just build this, we'll just see what happens. Let's just build that for now and just see what happens. Build all of it. There you go. Okay, here we go. Here's the messenger. Wood for the king. They want wood, which we have a ton of. They give us money and kingdom... kingdom influence. What can we do with the kingdom influence? Maybe unlock one of these things? No, we wouldn't even be able to do that. We'll just say maybe next time. Consequences. Dismiss the opportunity for now. I mean, let's just stay in good with the king. We can afford it. There we go. And we can't spend these on anything because we don't have this section unlocked. Or can we? Sure. Let's... Nope, we can't purchase that. Okay, nope. We can't spend those. Alrighty. Okay, so now the church. This can service up to 114 people. We are still at 100%, which means everybody is happy. So he's still doing his job. Let's see. This is now our capacity for money is at the 1370, and we're already at... Yeah, because we just took that money from the king. Alright, awesome. How are we doing on our bread? Our bread is being stored here. We still have a little bit of a backlog of bread. That's fantastic. Boy, we don't keep much wheat on hand, do we? We really go through that wheat pretty quick. We could produce more bread. We could look at expanding the wheat farm and producing even more bread, since we're going to have people who will buy like up to 50 per. Let's see. You know what? Let's just calm down a little bit on the expansion. We're building a tavern, and we need to see how the tavern's going to play out. I'm curious to see, like, once we start making berry brew, will the serfs partake, and then will the serfs become unhappy? That's going to be an interesting thing to see. All right. Well, guys, I feel like this wasn't a terribly exciting episode, and I apologize for that. But I was just kind of like running out of ideas on what to do. I've gotten the basics. I accomplished what I was setting out to do, which was to see if I could build this town at a logical pace and keep track of the resources. And I did it without charging a set tax for my villagers, which was pretty incredible, which is why they're at 100%. I've only done 2 tax mandates this entire game, and those were both early on. So I'm definitely going to continue the game. Don't think that what I'm saying is leading towards that conclusion, but I have to decide how I want to continue. So I think we'll see how this tavern starts playing out, and then maybe we'll start brewing. And we'll see. Okay, so if we start brewing, we could just be selling the berry brew, right? So if our villagers are not going to partake, if our serfs are not going to partake, we could at least sell the berry brew, and we're not really out anything. So we'll probably kind of take a look at that next episode and see how that's going to play out. All right. Well, thanks for coming, guys. Again, I apologize that this wasn't a very exciting episode. I need to stop apologizing, because if you're still here, then you're enjoying it. All right, guys. Well, thanks for joining me. It's going to be fun to see how this tavern proceeds. And, yeah, I'll see you next time, okay? Bye-bye.